The Screwpile Lighthouse, one of those iconic Delmarva images. At first you think perfect and picturesque. Then you think, well, what about ice storms and shipwrecks? Yeah, those are a reality.
Oh, but there's more. Today, we are being told tales of the strange happenings at Holland Island Bar Light. You'll never guess who's here with us on a Throwback Thursday. Yes, it is author Jim Duffy, Secrets of the Eastern Shore. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon.
Good
Always
afternoon.
great to be here.
It is wonderful to talk to you. Okay, Holland Island Bar Light. Why is this a beacon of strange things?
You know, it's like some people in some places, it's like moths to the flame. Strange things happen there. You mentioned storms and ice and everything else. There was a ship collided with the lighthouse. It kind of glanced off a big cargo ship. But I want to go to 1931. Right around now, it was like March 11th, March 12th was the last time anybody saw the keeper there. His name was Alman Owens. He'd been on the job 20 years. Someone noticed that the light had gone out. They sent out to investigate, and they found his dead body.
Oh.
But it was a really weird scene. The front door of the lighthouse was open. Out the kitchen, there was stuff thrown everywhere. There was a butcher knife on the ground. It had like blood on it, and his body was there. He had some little cuts and things like that. So they did, I know, it's crazy. They did a coroner's inquest, and what the coroner decided was that he'd suffered some sort of seizure, you know, kind of like an epileptic seizure, and kind of died of natural causes, probably a heart attack. But then the mystery deepens, because all of a sudden there's rumors of a ship going by the lighthouse at night with no running lights on. And this is Prohibition times. Oh. And there's rumors that he was reporting on the mobsters who were doing running, and maybe that was involved. And then it comes out that he has 2 girlfriends, and both of them are married. So it's kind of like, jealous husbands, anyone? There's all kinds of suspects. Goodness. So the feds actually get involved. They do a second autopsy, and they come to the same conclusion as the first one.
Heart attack.
It was all natural cause. And then the mystery deepens further, because up in Baltimore, there's a federal agent who's arrested some rum runners, and he's doing paperwork, and he hears this guy saying, "These people who turned us in, we're going to get them just like we got that guy on the lighthouse a couple." Yes. But they never, there's all the family and friends and everybody, they all want more investigation. But it never happened, so I don't have a satisfying ending. Do you have a novel in you? Because you got all these great suspects for like this true crime kind of novel with mobsters and jealous husbands and mystery ships. You should work on that.
You just need an ending.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. There's no answer to it.
But without a satisfying ending, that kind of leaves the readers wanting more. So maybe that's a good thing to the novel. You know, you finish the novel, and then you're like,
yeah, maybe.
Part 2.
Maybe. Okay.
And you've got another one, huh?
I got another one. This one has a happier ending.
Okay, good.
All right? Now, it's kind of a dream job, right? 2 19-year-old kids are assigned to go out to this lighthouse. It's vaguely out by like Smith Island, middle of nowhere. Right. And they're going to paint the trim on the lighthouse.
Same lighthouse?
Yeah, same lighthouse.
Okay.
Holland Island Bar Light.
Right.
And this is 1957, I believe. They're painting the lighthouse, and all of a sudden, it's like, boom, boom, and water starts splashing up and ruining their paint job. 2 kids out there alone. I don't know, the keeper must have been off getting supplies or something like that. They realize they're being bombed from the air in the middle of the Chesapeake Bay. I know. They get on this like makeshift radio phone, and they, like 2 teenagers, start screaming, "We're being bombed at the lighthouse! We're being bombed at the lighthouse!" Anyway, it all turned out, nobody got hurt, and it all turned out to be a terrible mistake. Some fighter pilots in training from Patuxent River Air Station were supposed to be test bombing an old ship that laid underwater that was several miles away, and somehow they made the mistake of bombing the lighthouse instead. So the rockets weren't actually bombed. But can you imagine what those two 19-year-old kids felt? He wrote about it later in life. It was a very funny article. He said at the end that they figured out, the fighter pilots figured out that they made a mistake because one of them kind of spun back around and like raised a wing, like to say, "I'm so sorry that this happened."
Oh my goodness.
And I guess they kept it secret because the guy's name was Tom Serres, and in the article that he wrote later in life, he said he never saw a single word about this in the newspaper.
How about that? How about that?
Crazy stuff
That's some
happens
good
at
stuff.
Holland Island
You
Bar.
always bring
Crazy
good
stuff.
stuff. Always bring good stuff.
Wow.
Secrets of the Eastern Shore author Jim Duffy. Again, thank you.
Thank you.